Where do you buy a home in Salem, Oregon if money is no object? Now, I know when you think Salem, you may not necessarily think luxury, but if you know where to look, there are absolutely some incredibly high-end neighborhoods right here in the city. Now, when we say luxury, we're not just talking square footage and size of the home. They are about privacy, views, land, overall lifestyle, custom homes and semi-custom homes. And one of the cool, unique things about these luxury neighborhoods is that they are super convenient and still really close to the amenities that you would want and need when living in Salem, but yet far enough to where it is completely peaceful and tranquil and away from it all in very natural settings. So in this video, we're going to go over Salem, Oregon's most luxurious markets. The first luxury neighborhood we are going to talk about is Chinook Estates, probably the most well-known established luxury area in all of Salem. It's also in one of the most southern parts of Salem, and technically it's not even within the city limits. It is just right south of it in the unincorporated area of Marion County. What makes this particular neighborhood very unique is the amount of land that you get with the homes. Now, they range between 2.5 acres all the way up to 14 acres. Now, when you consider living in a neighborhood, this is really rare for Salem. Sure, you can find big acreage over in the farmland and agricultural areas, but as far as luxury living, this is pretty massive if that's what you're looking for. And with this amount of land, you really get a true sense of privacy and space. You also get a true sense of space when you have these spectacular views of the Willamette Valley, Mount Hood, and Mount Jefferson, and it is just beautiful and gorgeous, especially on those sunny days when you see the snow-capped mountains on your drive anywhere throughout that neighborhood. And unlike standard subdivisions you're going to find in Salem, Chinook Estates consist of unique custom-built homes ranging from modern farmhouses and French country to traditional and Victorian styles. When you're driving or out for a nice walk in the neighborhood, it is truly peaceful and tranquil. You don't hear any noise or buzz from the city whatsoever. You can hear owls and frogs. You'll see deer and other types of wildlife just roaming around. It really makes you feel secluded, yet again, you're really close to a lot of amenities. Only about 10 to 15 minutes away from your supermarkets and your basic necessities, and only about 25 minutes outside of the downtown area. There really is a sense of prestige when living in this neighborhood, and that's one of the big draws for people wanting to buy homes in this particular area. Another unique aspect of this area is that because of the large lot size, they really allow for people that are into hobby farming or gardening or even carrying some horses on their property. And as far as outdoor recreation being nearby, it's one of the big reasons why people move to Salem, Oregon in the first place. There are a few parks like Sumter Park or Joryville Park, which have some nice hiking trails, little playgrounds for the kids. And there's just some natural walking paths and hiking paths nearby. Now, there are a couple of things that may give you pause before buying a home in this neighborhood. And that is that they're not connected to city services as far as water and sewer goes. So, vast majority of these homes are on private well systems and septic tanks. So if that's something that bothers you or that you're not really into, then you may want to avoid this particular luxury market. But there are more luxury neighborhoods we're going to get into that are on the city services. Also, be aware that there is an HOA. It's about $300 annually, so it's really not all that much. It just helps to maintain some of the roads and other landscaping in that general area. And the price range for homes in these areas are between $1 and $2 million. So if you are looking for a high-end neighborhood with lots of space, lots of land, away from the city, but yet close to amenities, then Chinook Estates is going to be right for you. Now, if you still want luxury living and just a little bit closer to some of your amenities, well, this next neighborhood might be a better fit for you. Still sticking in the southern section of Salem, off of Kubler Boulevard, we are talking about Mount Kubler, which has beautiful, beautiful homes, large-scale properties with massive estates and with high elevation panoramic views of the Cascade Mountains. This is true estate living in Salem. The neighborhood has premier enclave high-end custom homes, many of which exceed 5,000 square feet. There are panoramic views due to its hilltop positioning with million-dollar views of Mount Hood, Mount Jefferson, and the surrounding Willamette Valley. Also, there's private acreage. Similar to Chinook Estates, homes are often situated on private parcels, typically around 2 acres, providing a big buffer from your neighbors, still remaining in the city's reach. A lot of these homes are built around for people who like to entertain with in-ground pools, expansive decks, and just large gated properties. So when you're having a lot of guests over, it feels like it is just your private party and your guests absolutely love it, especially they get to enjoy the views that you get to on a daily by living in this area. What's really great about this luxury neighborhood is that it is super convenient. What I mean by that is I mentioned it being right off of Kubler Boulevard. and you can just shoot down Kubler Boulevard into Kubler Village, where you have your Costco's, some casual eating, and you've got other amenities before that when you hit Commercial Street and Liberty Street, where you're going to find supermarkets and other amenities that you would need on a day-to-day basis. So it's more convenient than Chinook Estates, a little less private as far as the general location, but still private nonetheless. And it has the added bonus of being a little bit more convenient. It is also a little bit more convenient from here to get to downtown Salem to enjoy a nice show, good meal, a little bit of shopping, and as well as getting to I-5 if you're someone that needs to access I-5 freeway a little bit more frequently than you would as someone who is living in Chinook Estates. And unlike Chinook Estates, this one is connected to city services, so you have access to city sewers and city water. You don't have to worry about septic or wells in this area. Now we're going to move on to another neighborhood, still sticking in South Salem. You'll notice that throughout this video that most of the luxury neighborhoods are going to be in South Salem. There is one luxury neighborhood we're going to talk about that's not in South Salem, so you're going to want to wait for that, but we will get to that shortly. We're about to talk about a luxury neighborhood that's probably the most unique in Salem, mostly because of its lifestyle. But before that, I did forget to mention the price range of Mount Kubler. The previous neighborhood is $1 to $2 million. And also, if you are thinking about moving to Salem, Oregon, as a reminder, I am Dave Fein with the Real Estate Dads at eXp Realty. I love helping people relocate to the city of Salem, just like my family and I did a handful of years ago. So if you are thinking about that, and especially if you're looking at luxury markets, hit me up at the contact information popping up right now. I would love to help you with your journey there. Subscribe to the channel to get more content about the lifestyle of Salem, and hit the like button to get this video out to more people like yourselves. Comment below, I'll answer any questions there as well. All right, we're jumping into one of the more unique luxury neighborhoods that we have here in Salem, and that is Fairmount Hills. The reason why this is unique is, one, for its historic charm. There's a lot of historic homes here that were established basically when the city was established. A lot of the big tycoons and people that ran the city lived in this particular neighborhood. And this makes it also really close and convenient to the downtown area. It's just a few minutes away. And so that in itself makes it really unique, because most of the luxury markets, the luxury neighborhoods that we have here in Salem are going to be away from it all, kind of in the outskirts of the city. And for good reason. A lot of people like the quietness, the peacefulness, the tranquility of it all. But some people want that high-end luxury living, but still being in that heart in the center of the city. And Fairmount Hills has you covered when it comes to this. When living in this particular luxury neighborhood, you feel a little bit more connected to the city. You don't feel quite isolated, so it's a nice balance to live in the Fairmount Hills area. Now, I mentioned historic character. This neighborhood is renowned for its diverse, well-preserved historic architecture, including English cottages, craftsman, bungalows, and Victorian-style homes. And even though you are closer to the city center, some of these homes do have some really cool views of the Willamette Valley and the Cascade Mountain Range. So again, best of both worlds. I also love that this particular neighborhood is really close to 3 major parks right here in the city that people love going to, including Bush's Pasture Park, where we've got the beautiful summer art festival here, walking trails, and a lot of other events that happen there right in the heart of the city. It's also really close to Minto Brown Island Park, which is acres and acres of open wildlife preserve. Again, walking trails right along the Willamette River. And of course, the Riverfront Park, which is adjacent to the downtown area, where there are plenty of events, including movies and music at the park, lots of festivals, and again, walking paths along the Willamette River. And as I mentioned, you are just minutes from downtown area, so you want to get a great bite to eat, do a little bit of shopping, go to one of the downtown events, or pick up a show at the Elsinore or the Grand Theater, then this neighborhood is a perfect blend of luxury, convenience, and a lifestyle that allows you to feel that connection to the city of Salem. And even though this neighborhood is really close to all the amenities I just mentioned, you still feel away from it all, and it's really peaceful and quiet. Little side note, the governor's mansion is right here in this neighborhood. And if you are thinking about buying a home in this area, well, then you're looking about between $650,000 to $1.7 million. So a little bit less than Chinook Estates and Mount Kubler, but still one of our luxury neighborhoods here in Salem, Oregon. While Fairmount Hills was known for being unique because it was close to the city center and still having a luxury feel, we're moving to another luxury market that has a unique feel to it as well, and that's because it is centered around a golf course community. And now we are talking about Illahee Hills right here in the South Salem area. Now we're back in the outskirts of Salem, so you will feel a sense of peace and tranquility away from it all a little bit further away from amenities. You're talking about 10 minutes or so away from Commercial Street, which has a lot of your amenities, your day-to-day, your grocery stores, and about 10 minutes outside of the downtown area for all of your entertainment there. Illahee Hills is known for its larger acreage, estate-style properties. It's very wooded, private, and truly quiet. And it's ideal for outdoor living and hobbies. This neighborhood is really known for its country club living. The neighborhood is anchored by the private Illahee Hills Country Club, which serves as a social and recreational hub for many of the residents here in the neighborhood. And it has a lot of architectural elegance right in this neighborhood, mix of mid-century modern designs, contemporary luxury custom homes, and the properties are really well maintained with professional landscaping and high-level curb appeal. The neighborhood is known for its rolling hills with some great views of the coastal range, the Willamette River, golf course views, and a little bit of the Cascade Mountains. Like many of the other luxury neighborhoods here in Salem, just living and walking and driving in this neighborhood, you do feel a sense of peace. You don't feel or hear the noise or the buzz of the city. Instead, you may actually hear the sound of someone whacking a golf ball or some of the horses, because there are some horse property in the area or people that keep animals on some of the larger acres. When living in this neighborhood, you have access to club membership. Now, it's not a requirement when living here, but you do have access to a championship 18-hole golf course, tennis, pickleball courts, Olympic-sized swimming pool, high-end clubhouse, fine dining, and even a really cool pool for the kids to enjoy. Now, this community does have an HOA. It's about $450 a year or so. That does not include the membership to the golf club itself. What a lot of residents love about this particular neighborhood is that it's still really close to your outdoor recreation like Mento Brown Park. It's just about a 5-minute drive, and you're at 1,200 acres of natural preserved land. We're going to see lots of wildlife, walking paths, and again along the Willamette River. And of course, being 10 minutes away from the downtown area puts you 10 minutes away from Riverfront Park. So you still feel a sense of connection to the city. So in this particular neighborhood, again, being 10 minutes out puts you a little bit further out than Fairmount Hills. So if you want a little bit of separation, yet being really super close, and you want that golf course community, that type of estate lifestyle, then Illahee Hills is going to be right for you. And the price range to get into this neighborhood is going to range anywhere between $750,000 on up to about $2 million, especially if you want a little bit more land with your house. This next neighborhood is one of Salem's most sought after luxury neighborhoods, putting you a little bit closer to the heart of the city, and we're talking about Croissant Mountain. It is up along a private road. There's only one road in and one road out, so it makes it super private. There's really nobody going through that neighborhood unless you live there. Now, this neighborhood, like some of the other luxury neighborhoods we talked about, also has rolling hills, sweeping views of the Willamette Valley, Cascade Mountains, and the river, depending on the situation of where the house is in this particular neighborhood. But it is beautiful, beautiful architecture here, a lot of custom homes being built out here as well. It's a mix of luxury homes, acreage, and view properties. It's for buyers who want nature, views, exclusivity without long commutes. The architecture in this neighborhood is often contemporary, featuring large windows and an inverted floor plan designed to maximize the hillside views. Now, you may not get the acreage that you would in Chinook Estates or Illahee Hills, but you do get a sense of privacy. Because of the way the homes are situated in this particular neighborhood, they're just perfectly placed so you have more privacy, less people looking on into your property, so you do feel a sense of space. The neighborhood is also heavily wooded with Douglas firs and white oaks, attracting significant wildlife including hawks, owls, and deer. Croissant Mountain also gives you a little bit more closer access to the downtown area and some of the amenities and shopping that you would find along Commercial Street, Liberty, even Kubler Village and the Kubler Corridor. So it is closer to a lot of those amenities. Again, though, what makes this unique and that you feel a sense of privacy is that it's really up a steep hilltop, so you're overlooking everything, even though you are proximity-wise really close, about 7 minutes away from everything that you would need, including the downtown area. But it's really its sheer elevation that makes it more private, peaceful, tranquil. Like Illahee Hills, it puts you really close to places like Mento Brown Island Park, Riverfront Park, as well as Bush's Pasture Park. So you have access to all of those natural reserves, natural park settings. It's right at your fingertips. And right at the base of this particular neighborhood, there is Nelson Park, which is really quiet, tucked away. It's beautiful during the fall. No one really is at this park because it's a true neighborhood park for people that live in Croissant Mountain, also for people who live just at the base of that hill as well. Croissant Mountain feels secluded, upscale, timeless. It's really where buyers land, where they want the best of everything. And if you are thinking about this neighborhood, you're looking at a price range between $850,000 to $1.5 million. As promised, we are moving out of South Salem and we are moving to another luxury neighborhood, but this time we are going to be in West Salem. We are crossing over the bridge over the Willamette River into West Salem, into the West Hills Estates in West Salem. Now, this neighborhood has a unique feature as well, and I'll talk about that in a minute here, but I'm going to talk about West Salem in general. If you want to be in a more quieter neighborhood that's just a little bit away from it all, yet super close to the downtown area, 10, maybe 15 minutes away, then West Salem has you covered. And if you want luxury, West Hills Estates has you covered in an established, prestigious neighborhood in West Salem. It's one of West Salem's more original luxury neighborhoods, featuring sprawling mid-century estates, grand traditional homes, and contemporary Northwest design. It's got a lot of mature trees with Douglas firs and Oregon white oaks, creating a lot of living in the woods type of feel. The layout of this neighborhood consists of winding roads, private cul-de-sacs with no through traffic, and it ensures really a high level of privacy and quietness and peacefulness for the people that live here. In this section of West Salem, you are connected to city services, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. There is an HOA. It's about $175 or so a year, so it's minimal, and again, it covers some of the light maintenance for the neighborhood. Now let's talk a little bit more about some of the uniqueness about this luxury neighborhood in this area. It puts you adjacent to the Willamette wine country. So if you are a wine lover, a wine connoisseur, if you love taking people to the wineries when people visit you, then the West Hills Estates is going to be the right neighborhood for you. It is absolutely gorgeous here. We've got hundreds and hundreds of vineyards and wineries right next to us here in West Salem, anywhere between 5 and 20 minutes out. And you are surrounded by countryside and beautiful, lush landscape and agriculture. Really welcoming and inviting settings here. There's lots of events throughout the year, and it's just a great place to visit. And a lot of these wineries offer memberships, so if you are someone that frequents the wineries and lives in the West Hills Estates area, you get a lot of discounts, especially if you're someone that goes often. West Hills Estates puts you really close to Orchard Heights Park, which is a nice neighborhood community park with baseball fields, pickleball courts, tennis courts, basketball courts, kids recreation area, and a little walking path in a forested area, including a small dog park. It's just really easy, short walk, bike ride, or a few minutes in a car, and you're right there in this neighborhood park. And with like many neighborhoods in West Salem, the rolling hills gives you spectacular views of the Willamette Valley and the Cascade Mountain Range. Again, seeing those snow-peaked mountains of Mount Hood, Mount Jefferson, and even Sisters. So if that's what you're looking for, a little peace and quiet, you want to be in the West Salem neighborhood in general, then the West Hills Estates has you covered. It's also the most affordable luxury neighborhood that we've talked about on this list, ranging between $550,000 to $750,000. Now, every luxury neighborhood in Salem, Oregon attracts slightly different buyers. If you truly want spectacular views, you want to look at Mount Kubler, Croissant Mountain, and West Hills. If you want more privacy and larger land, Illahee Hills and Chinook Estates is going to be right for you. And if you want that luxury neighborhood but still want that sense of community, then Fairmount Hills is the right spot. And if you want long-term prestige, well, Croissant Mountain and Chinook Estates is going to be the best neighborhood for you. So if you are thinking about moving to Salem, Oregon, and you want more of a luxurious lifestyle, luxurious neighborhood, Salem absolutely has you covered. Any one of these neighborhoods would be a great fit depending on the lifestyle that you are looking for. Again, I'm Dave Fein with the Real Estate Dads at eXp Realty. If you are thinking about making that move and relocating here, I did that same type of move, so I understand a lot of the questions and concerns that you may have. I'm happy to help you with your home purchase here in Salem, Oregon. Reach out to the contact information popping up or in the description below. And if you like what you see, if you want to know more about these lifestyle videos in Salem, Oregon, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, comment below. I will answer questions there as well.